welcome back to another special edition of the Power Play Show. Monday night, tonight we are going to have a couple of insiders with us. Andrew and of course ENORTAP is going to be with us. And a possible Michael DeLanery is going to join us a bit later during the night. And tonight we're going to have a mission to talk about hockey, of course. Why not? And we're going to talk about the Montreal Canadiens, some updates, some Toronto Maple Leafs with some update. And then also we're going to talk about the Trophy Hart, the MVP of the season of 2021-2022. Who's going to win this trophy? So the insider is going to talk about this. Then we're going to talk about the surprise, the players who have no expectation and they completely shock everybody with an amazing, great season. So that's what we have in front of us. Of course, we talk about the race around the NHL and division and update every game we have tonight around the league. 6th game is on the program. Calgary, they take the lead 3-1 over the Chicago Blackhawks after 20 minutes. And then Washington play against the Colorado. So that's another game going to follow during the evening. But also, don't hesitate to put your question tonight. If you have any question, please put the letter Q in front of the question. We have a QA, and Insider will be very, very happy to answer your question. That's not a problem. A little bit about the NHL Prospect 2022, the draft in Montreal, and we're going to talk a little bit about the playoff prediction, of course, tonight. So a lot on the program, everybody. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm very glad to having you. But without further ado, to welcome both of them are waiting right now on the saloon, on the green room right now. Maybe they have some drink over there. I don't know. But we're going to join them. Welcome back, Mr. ENORTAP and Mr. Andrew Lepage.
Hello, Coach. Welcome.
How's it going?
I'm great. I was going to look like you guys. You're very quiet. And then you asked me this. That's why I screamed about that one over there. Maybe some of your dogs going to bark. But we're going to calm down them for sure. Before we start, we talk to you a little bit. We welcome a couple of people already in the house from Utah. Run with Kings 20 in the house.
Welcome, Ron.
From Finland, Mr. Yamo Vertanen. Bonsoir.
Welcome, Yamo.
9 o'clock is about 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in Finland, Yamo. Are you looking to watch Carolina, or which game are you looking right now, Yamo? About that. And Mr. Renault back in the house.
Welcome, Renault.
Hey, very kind of you, but my friend, Coach is the best in the business, and not yet. Not yet. But we have also Mr. Blackhawks fan 97 back with us tonight.
Welcome, Mr. Blackhawk.
Hey, Joshua, and of course, Hopper. Welcome back. Not a good news for you, my friend. I know it's already 3-1, but we're not going to tell a lot. Only one time tonight. But we'll see. And Steve G, the #1 fans of the Colorado Avalanche and the winner of the championship of the Denver Pioneer and NCAA. Welcome back, Mr. Steve G in the house.
Welcome, Steve.
Hey, Steve.
And we have Mr. Andrew Ford directly from Carolina. Mr. Ford is maybe, I don't know what kind of car he drives, but we're going to be interesting. Maybe a sponsorship of FARATAP at some point. We're going to follow up with that subject. He put a question, but he put the letter W. I think he wants to make sure is like a winner. So that's why we're going to accept that mistake for sure. He said, Coach, what do you think Frederik Andersen could return for the playoff, Mr. ENORTAP?
Yeah, I think he'll return. I wouldn't gamble with the last few games that are left. It does look like it perhaps is a groin pull. So, I mean, the timetable on those kind of things they vary. It could be, 3-4 days. It could be a couple weeks.
All right. Sound good, Mr. Salah. Welcome aboard.
Welcome, Mr. Salah.
Soler, how are you?
Yes, he's back. Mr. Danny Butterbean T in the house.
Hey, Danny.
Hey,
The
welcome, Danny.
moderator and the insider of the Hockey Nation Live Show. Danny, thank you to be a part with us tonight. Welcome, Mr. Steve G. Hi, Coach and ENORTAP and Drew. Miss Kelly in the house.
How's it going, Kelly? How are ya?
How are you?
So Yamo is going to take one period, then he go to sleep. Awesome. Yamo, not a problem. You're going to miss the question, but we're going to keep for you tomorrow. Don't worry about that. Stratsik, number one fan of Seattle Kraken and the Edmonton Oilers. Welcome back.
Thanks, Fred.
Welcome, Shredder.
And Blackhawks said, this is a nightmare to watch. We've been there. We've been there.
Oh, we know all about it.
Keep up with your positivity. Everything is going to happen. Steve G said hanging there is going to be tough couple of years, I think, obviously. That's a good way to encourage. And so thanks, guy, and well better 2006 Trailblazer. I drive. Here we go, Solar. Thank you so much again to join us. So welcome aboard, Mr. ENORTAP, Mr. Andrew. A lot of the discussion tonight. And, of course, we have a question. We just hear the rink and the back of my ear. And should the King keep pursuing for children, look for somebody else, or bring up the prospect clock, who they said they will take over for Dottie, and it will be slightly better than Dottie? Don't answer at the same time because we're going to be confusing.
I don't want to hog here. Go ahead, Andrew.
No, you go ahead. I'll let you lead.
Well, I don't know. I don't know what to think of Chychrun, to be honest with you. I think he's a good defenseman. Is he as good as his year that he had last year? Probably not. So it depends on what the price is to get him. I think if they have to pay an exorbitant price, either through money, well, they're not going to obviously trade him at this point because he's going to be a free agent. So it would be a money issue. I don't know. I wouldn't do it if I were LA. I think there's better options out there. As you mentioned, I think the Clark is a very good prospect. You have to have a look at your kids at the training camp and see where it goes. Plus, you never know during the summer what might happen. With other free agents, you can pick up a cheaper defenseman that's just as good, probably.
I'd have to agree. I think it'd be kind of a mistake. He might be a little too costly, and the remark of Doty's a keeper. Believe me, he's a good leader for back there. But I do think they should focus on looking within their own system, to tell you the truth. And again, like ENORTAP said, who knows who may be available also in the off season.
I will not touch it at all, for sure. Clark is a great defenseman, by the way. The prospect is there. Now, Dottie will be back again for one more year, maybe 2 more years, teaching him everything like that.
For sure.
I would try to get maybe a defenseman number 3 or 4, match up with other players, other defensemen, and use maybe one of the 2 prospect trade, get maybe a winger for them, or another defenseman, and I will not do anything else. The cost is too much expensive for the Los Angeles King, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
And Steve, he said, Mr. Ferratap, he drive a Volkswagen. There we go. That's what we got. Steve, by the way, I have a question for you, Mr. Andrew. Who wins the Vezina Trophy?
Who wins the Vezina?
Yeah.
That's pretty easy. I think it's Shesterkin. I think it's hands down myself.
ENORTAP?
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, he's been solid all year. I think he's maybe had 2 bad games, so that's it. But if it weren't for him, I don't think the Rangers would be in the position that they are right now.
I agree.
And Strasik, he said, I want to hear ENORTAP expound on the pending Predator collapse that will allow both Levancia Vegas and the playoff.
Okay, so it's basically looking at the record. Like right now, you have let's see, Dallas is at 91 points, and they have the first wild card. Nashville is also at 91, and they have the second. Vegas is at 87, and LA, which is in third, is at 90. So, I mean, obviously, LA seems to be a bit in trouble because of their injury issues, but their timetable the rest of the way is very favorable. They have, let's see here, they have Anaheim twice, they have Chicago, Seattle, and their last game of the season is Vancouver, and possibly by then Vancouver's out of this race. So they should be able to win at least three of those games, which would keep LA safe. So, in my estimation, when I looked at Nashville, they're the ones that have a bit of a tougher schedule the rest of the way. They have coming up, they have St. Louis, they have to play Calgary, Tampa Bay, Minnesota, Calgary again, Colorado, and then they finish off with Arizona. So I think that they're in the probably on the hot seat from where I look at it. But of course, that presupposes that Vegas does their job and pretty much almost wins out here, and that Nashville, doesn't steal a couple of those tough games. So that was my only logic. Really, if you look at the math, it's against Vegas getting in, but there is a road for them to still get in for sure.
Yep, I agree with you about that one. Then we have a few people join us, Mr. ENORTAP and Andrew. We have Mr. Roger Delaney in the house.
Welcome, Roger.
Hi, Roger.
And the insider of the Hockey Nation Live show with all the update, Mr. RJ Calabro from New Jersey, back in the house.
Welcome, RJ.
Hey, RJ.
And Alan Barnes hanging to the Facebook the last couple of days. Alan, welcome back.
Yeah.
Do you consider, Andrew Ford ask you, do you believe Anderson will have won the Vezina Trophy before his injury?
No. Like I said, the Vezina to me he played well. Believe me, he was probably one of the runner-ups. But I do think Shesterkin has really been pretty much hands down the Vezina leader, no doubt.
It will be a nomination, but nothing else.
Yeah, exactly.
And we have Mr. Johnny Golden. Welcome back.
Hey, welcome, Johnny.
Here's Johnny.
Here's Johnny.
Here we go. And he just raised his mother-in-law in KHL by his I can use today. So maybe, we wish her a very great season next season. Again, the mother-in-law in action. Danny, have a question? No, he just, oh yeah. Is there any update on Austin Matthews?
Just what I heard today. Like, they're keeping it very hush-hush right now.
He's
right?
only day-to-day.
He's day-to-day. I don't think it's something overly serious. They just want to take every precaution. At this point, they've made great strides in getting into second place. And they're in a good position to maintain that, which means they get home ice advantage. So why put him out there? I mean, the only thing left for him is maximum number of goals to win the Richard Award, and it's not worth it. There's bigger goals ahead.
Exactly.
Washington take the lead 1-0. Ottawa have a goal. Just want to sit. And strategic excellent analyse, Mr. ENORTAP. Mr. Joseph LANHAM back in the house.
Welcome, Joseph.
Hey, Joseph.
Kilo. Welcome back, Mr. Kilo. And Matthews resting.
Hi, Kilo.
Yeah.
I believe right now is a day-to-day for him. That's pretty much what they have. About that, Q from Roger. How would ENORTAP and Drew draw up the top two line of the Canadian? Coach already told me is basic choice.
Are we talking about for next year?
Let's go for right now.
Right now, I think for the first two lines, well, Suzuki, Caulfield, and I'd still go with, well, no, because I still like Pitlick on the other line. You might as well throw Anderson with them for the time being. He's not the perfect fit. They don't have a perfect fit until the draft, maybe. Let's hope. And then I would keep Pitlick. Who's the center? Evans for the time being, or Dvorak. You could go either way. Maybe Dvorak actually. So Dvorak, Pitlick, and who would we go on the right side? Oh my!
You probably have to go with. You hate to say it, Gallagher, but
oh no, you can't do that. You can't do that. He's too slow.
Right now you have Armia, Gallagher, and Pitlick.
Oh, yeah, we got him on the left though. We got Pitlick on the left right
No,
now.
his brother Tyler.
Yeah,
right.
Maybe you try that. Try it. Actually,
Yeah.
I'd love to see you and back up there myself, but I don't think that's going to happen.
I don't think you have much of a choice the rest of the way here between the injuries and what's left over. We gave away a few wingers, in Lehkonen, Toffoli.
Exactly.
So there's not much on the wings right now. I mean, Jolinen's looking good. I was very happy with. Oh my gosh, just escaped my mind. With Paling, he played a good game yesterday. Scored a couple goals. He looked much more engaged than usual.
Yeah. He's had a couple games that way recently.
Yeah.
We have Alan Vaillancourt in the house.
Hey, welcome, Alan.
Hey, Alan.
And we have Mr. Bud the Monkey back in the house.
Hey,
Bud the Monkey, welcome back.
Hey, Bud.
How are you?
And we have John Grega. Welcome back.
Hey, John.
Hey, John, how's it going?
And we have Mr. Real Deal Prim in the house.
Welcome, Real Deal.
How are you?
And by the Monkey, start with what is your all-time ABS lineup? 3 forward, 2 defensemen, and 1 goalie.
Okay. Just one line or?
You go first.
Oh, yeah, 1 line.
One
Your
line.
best.
Well, I mean, I'm sorry. I'm a Gainey favorite, so I'm going to go with Gainey for sure because that was my guy. I'm going to go with Lafleur. I'm going to go with Lemaire. I'm going to go with Robinson, and I'm going to go with Lapointe, and I'm going to go with Ken Dryden.
All time, eh? I
It's hard.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna put Patrick Roy on net. I mean, I loved Ken Dryden too, but I just think Rock accomplished a little bit more with a lesser team than Ken Dryden did. On defense, definitely Robinson, and possibly there's so many good ones. Maybe Harvey. Up forward, I would definitely put Lafleur. I love Gainey, but he was my all-time favorite as well. But I wouldn't put him on the all-star all-time. Maybe. Let me see. Belleville for sure. Maurice Richard.
Yeah, good choices.
Those 3 probably. You can't go wrong any of them. They're all superstars back in the days.
I will make my third line, me, Guy Lafleur with Jean Béliveau and Bob Gainey. I put Jacques Plante in the net for me. I think Jacques Plante was one lower every time that. On defenseman, you can go with Robinson for sure. I have to go with Boom Boom.
Oh, nice.
Boom
Boom, Jeffrey. Yeah.
I'm going to change this. And talking about boom boom, we're not talking about bowling because Mr. Alan Vianco back in the house.
Hey, Alan. That looked like a strike to me.
Yeah, it did.
Question for you guys. Should Chicago keep both Kane and Tays out loud to help incoming rookies or just keep Kane's to help?
A decision definitely has to be made. I don't know what they're going to do there, to tell you the truth. I think Tays kind of, to me, seems like he wants out. That's just my opinion. So that's why I've always kind of indicated with Tays to go, because he kind of seems like he wants to move on. Kane seems to have, a little more, he's a little younger and, definitely more firepower with him. So that's the way I'd look at it. But it's got to be up to them. They deserve the right of choice, in my opinion. They've earned it.
ENORTAP? I think Kane is the more marketable one if you're going to trade. Not trade, but I guess trade it would have to be in this case. You can get much more of a return for him than you can with Tays. So I mean, Chicago's is definitely looking at a total rebuild. So I would probably trade him and get some picks and prospects. Maybe keep Tays just to sort of on the third, fourth line kind of things, sort of to be the experienced guy there. He's also, he's been there before, and he can still score. He's not totally done yet, but maybe that's the route I go. Coach?
Both of them going in the next 14 months.
Hey, will you share that suntan, man?
Yeah, I know.
Mr. Ronan, welcome aboard.
We're freezing. This guy's getting suntans. Hey, Roland.
So that's Shea Weber.
Definitely up there.
Yeah, not a bad one over there. Adam Yanko said that Béliveau shot Lafleur, Harvey, and Robinson.
Nice.
Roy in the net. Kovalev with the Rocket, Ronan said. Gotta have with Béliveau for Stratic. Please click on the like. Zev Lecav is in the house.
Hey, welcome, Zev.
Hey, Zev. How's it going, buddy?
Real Deal says Chicago need a rebuild. About that one over there. And RJ is going to play bowling the 23rd. Good luck. Maybe Taste to the Coyotes to mentor the young players, Ronan said. Andrew Ford said Kane can possibly retire after this contract is up. So could Taste.
Yeah, most likely.
I think Kane would play somewhere to try to win the Stanley Cup, and Taste could be gone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I agree.
Nicolas de Gobibono, welcome back.
Hey, welcome.
Has a lot of gas.
Oh, yeah, he's got a lot of hockey left in him. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the kids are back at the school tomorrow. Jake McAnooey in the house.
Hey, welcome, Jake.
Hey, Jake.
So maybe go back home to play for the Winnipeg Jets. Monkey said Eric Johnson have a $6 million AAV for the next 2 years on the Avalanche. What do the Avalanche do with him over the offseason?
I don't know. That's a good question.
That's a very good question.
I think you have to sort of move on from him, to be honest with you. I think they have some good prospects coming up as well that will fit the mold. Like part of it is once you get to the level that they're at, you want to replenish and know when to sort of cut the line with some of the veterans that are on the other side of the hill on their way down, right? And that's how you maintain a franchise in good position for many years.
Exactly. I agree with you totally. I think let him walk, and they've got enough young talent coming up. Rotate somebody into that position. No doubt.
The good news for them is you have only 1 year.
There you go.
Yeah.
So if they buy him, he's turned 35, so he's going to be also The problem you have a no close transaction anyway, so it would be not easy
Of
to move
course.
him about that one over there. They have to sign Josh Manson. That's really the one they have to look about that one
Yeah,
over there. On the
definitely.
forward, they have Burakovsky to sign him and Nikoshin. They are the 2-1. They have to be careful about that one over there. The rest is not really. And the good news for them is one, McKinnon, he finished his contract. That's removed 6,000 of Johnson. So the money they have to pay McKinnon, they are not going to hurt because they're going to give it to him. And at that moment, if everything looking good for them, B. Ram's going to be a top 4 with Taze, Manson, Girard, so McCarr.
Yeah, defensively, they're pretty much set, and they have, like I said, they have very good prospects. How much does Landeskog still have left?
Who?
He just signed
He's
last summer.
UFA.
He's a UFA, right? Yeah.
Wow.
So they need some money there.
No, that's the guy.
He just signed over the summer.
Landeskog.
That's the guy. He just signed up. He just signed this year $7 million. I thought he was Nikoshin. I'm sorry.
For how long? 5?
8 years.
8 years. Okay.
Cela c'est Caulfield, Coivo, Pacioretty, Francis Bouillon, et Weber. H, welcome aboard. Why NHL team don't have a coach from European? They have many of them as an assistant coach. You talk about Samuelson, example, or Timu, Tipu, well, the guy for the Florida, Timu, Jesus.
I don't know.
You have a couple anyway from European and the NHL. The problem right now, H, would not be surprised if one of them has a Sweden. They talk a lot recently, Kroberg, whatever his last name for Sweden, to be would be the first one in NHL. But you have another one from Finland, also team national over there, could be jumping. I wouldn't be surprised. And 2 years, the Columbus Blue Jacket become the first one because of the relationship they have over there. So expect one the next 3 years. Everything changed. NHL women involved, black people involved. So the NHL try to expand their horizon about that one. So I wouldn't be surprised about that. Alan asked you, what are the Montreal chances again in Minnesota, Mr. ENORTAP?
Not very good. And nor do we want them to be.
No, I think, you can guarantee a slaughter here. Yeah, for sure.
I just hope they don't make the mistake and put Price in net for that.
3-2,
I agree.
3-2 Calgary, by the way.
Okay.
No chance at all. And Eric Johnson is already gone, pretty much. Steve G said about that, sir.
Yeah.
What do you think Paul Maurice will end up?
Yeah, that's a good question. Very good question. I think we're gonna see a few coaches switch this summer. I don't know. Where's he originally from?
I don't Ontario, I believe, but
yeah,
I would said Flowers. Do you think he can be there, or they will go with, Talkett?
I don't think they'll go with the Flyers. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you talk it probably.
Yeah.
He's from Saint Sainte Marie.
Okay. I don't know if he'd want to come back to Canada. But
Johnny said Plant, Harvey, Robinson, Boom Boom, Béliveau, Richard.
Nice.
Very good. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Real said 3-1, but now it's 3-2. The shot are 24-8. How concerned are you with Markstrom?
With Markstrom?
I'm a little worried. I really am. He's struggling at the wrong time.
It's just the amount of games he's put in. I don't think
too much.
Yeah, I would try to rest them over the next few days. Like, I don't know what Calgary's pretty much in that first spot. So, and they're not going to catch obviously Colorado. So you might as well just
Give him a
play
rest.
some of give players a rest, especially Markstrom, who's played a lot of games.
Way too
But
much.
I'm not overly worried. I think he'll do well in the playoffs.
Kelly said she believe Matthew is not hurt. He just want to resting him.
That wouldn't surprise me.
Whatsoever, you don't want him to get 60 goals.
Yeah, exactly. No, there's a little bit of some kind of ailing injury. I just hope it's not his wrist, because that would really take a lot out of his game. But I mean, if it were a playoff game tomorrow, rest assured he'd be playing. But there's no reason they have to throw him out there now.
Renan said Flame cannot afford Taze, but he would look great in that lineup.
He would. He very much so would. Maybe he would be a good replacement to take the shoes of Monahan's.
Kelly said Jonathan Taze will retire after the season.
It's possible. I could see that.
It is a possibility. Yeah.
Yeah.
Johnny said, is Stavkovsky good enough to go straight to NHL? Some said Wright is NHL ready.
100%.
I think so.
Anyways.
Yeah, I do too. Yeah.
They had to pay Quimper too. This season, by the monkey, not next season, but the upcoming season, by the monkey, yeah. Cooper is become UFA. Goal for the Blackhawks. Timo Routine, or Timo whatever his last name. Routine. Here we go. That's what the name we're looking for. About that, week goal. About that, 3-2. Everything. Comber is on the second year. I think, he's become a UFA at the end of the season with $4 million at that moment.
Yeah, they got to sign him.
Runwood King said, Patrick Kane, nobody talk about him. He's already 88 points this season.
I know.
With a team like Chicago, that's pretty impressive, I believe.
You're right.
100%. 100%.
Right?
Yeah.
Ox will lose. Danny, you hear that yes, my company is leaving. Would the Wild Vito trade Tamba and resign Fiala since the cap constraint next year?
They're going to be in trouble with the cap too, I think. But I don't know. I like Dumba if he's in the right position. I think that since he returned and having Middleton there as well, it's solidified their defense. So I wouldn't want to get rid of Dumba.
No. First of all, you have an NTC close. Secondly, he's only 27 years old. And thirdly, he has only one more year to go.
He plays a good physical game. I like that.
So the problem with that over there is they have right now only $1,500 to go. Now, as including Fleury. Fleury is at $3,500 right now on this contract because of half his pay by Chicago, whatever they are. But next season, they have $12,700,000 dead money.
Yeah, they still have some of the Stasny contract.
Parise
and Parisians. Yeah.
So for the next 3 years, 12 million, 14 millions, and 14 millions.
However, if they win the cup this year, it's all worth it.
Could you see Eric Stahl coming back to Carolina?
No.
Not unless it's.
I think he's pretty much done. Eric is pretty much done.
Contract just to retire there, but that's about all I can.
That could be about it. Yeah.
And more retire. But I'm okay asking you who walk and who stay for the Peds? Raquel, Malkin, Letang, and Ross.
Letang.
Who walk and who stay?
I think Malkin stays. Russ, they're going to have to be very creative about.
Yeah.
I think that was it. Those were the three. Did I miss one? Russ?
I'm surprised. I'm going to surprise you. I think they keep Raquel and Ross.
See, that's what I think. I think Malcolm could be the oddball out this time.
Now, if Malcolm wants to sign below $5 million, they'll maybe keep him.
Right. Right.
But below, nice. No, same thing with Letang.
I'm not so sure with Raquel. I don't have a good feel for whether he. I mean, obviously he hasn't been there long, but I don't have a good feel whether he likes it there or not.
Right.
Alan said that one more comment. I believe Montreal is too soft. We need tough guy.
Oh, for sure. We definitely need to. They're coming, but
yeah.
we are right now. We are way too soft.
Yeah.
Steve G said, "Don't hurt Mr. Muffin just to get 60 goals and not have him over the playoffs, possibly getting hurt again."
Exactly. You don't want that guy hurt, man.
Welcome, Mr. Adam. Adam said, "A Golden Knight team with everything to play for. The Devil team has nothing to play for. So yes, I would be surprised if Vegas lose tonight."
Yeah, I would too.
Yep.
I think Vegas is done if they don't win this one.
Oh, for sure. They got to win them all right now.
Can I ask if Kevin Fiala was going to sign with the Toronto Maple Leafs if they free up some cap space?
First of all, I don't know where they would free up that cap space, and I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure Fiala would go.
I don't think that would.
I just don't see that.
Mm-hmm.
At the prime, they have to pay Campbell. Oh, the net goaltender, or whatever he is.
And that's what I think. I think the money's the issue. Is they're already too tied up in big contracts right now for that to happen.
They have to sign Giordano.
Yeah.
Yeah. If they keep him.
Right.
They have to sign McCabe.
There's too much work to be done there.
I thought he had one more year.
No, he's not RFA.
I'm not sure. I don't remember.
Oh no, Pierre Engvall.
Engvall, yeah. I think
McCabe
has one more year.
I'm sorry, I was the wrong year. They don't have any forward to next season. They have the same kind of money they have right now. In all the play, they have defensemen. They all pay up right now.
And so they're right up against the cap. Unless, I think they're going to they're going to have to do something. If they don't make it through the first round, then you're going to see some major changes, I think.
If they get rid of one of the big four, then that would be possible.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Then it would be. But that's the only way.
I apologize. My mistake. McCabe, UFA.
Oh, he is a UFA. Okay.
All right. Engvall, RFA. Spencer Blackwell, UFA. Giordano, UFA. Lipushkin, UFA. Lindgren, RFA. And Campbell, UFA.
So
Case,
good luck finding the money.
Case, RFA. Sandin, RFA.
They got a lot of work to do.
So, Kelly, forget about Fiala. Whatsoever we maybe would like to have him over there, it's almost impossible. The Devils are in a mission impossible tonight to beat the Vegas, become maybe possible. Kilo said, I have to pick player. I was alive. Weber is far the best defenseman. Patrick is the best player overall. Kewiller the best leader, possibly Kirk Muller. We was solid. Andrew Ford said, Malkin and Letang will stay. They have played all for their life over there.
Letang, I don't know. If there's one team he'll go to, is I think Montreal, since he's from Quebec. But
Colorado just scored. Lipushkin.
All right.
I think also, that's why I say I'm really curious if they are thinking of making a big move and saying, you know what, we got to get younger. And that's why I'm starting to wonder, are they going to move from Malcolm.
But then he said, sound like Verhey, Barkov, Malkin together. Yeah, I can dream, coach. Yes, exactly. And the next question, will we ever see coach again after he goes to Titan?
Of course we will.
Yeah.
We'll make
I
sure.
am doing live from Motors. Kelly, anything is possible, but Fiala loved playing for the wall, and he's some himself taking his next step with the team as a player with a bigger role. If they keep Gio and Campbell, Steve said, Kelly, I see him stay in Minnesota. And a confirmation by RJ 1-1 over there. Q for Andrew, will one of the top 4 be traded?
In Montreal?
No, for
Toronto.
The Toronto.
For Toronto.
The top 4 over there.
Oh, yes. I'm thinking there's a lot of pressure inside from what I'm hearing from just people I've heard up that way within the organization. And I've been hearing that there's a real push in order to keep Matthews happy. He wants this. They're wanting to put the C on him. So that means Tavares has to move. So I honestly think if this playoff is a disaster, which I think it's, unfortunately, Kelly, I'm sorry to say that, but I think, if they're lucky, they get one round. But I think they will probably unload Tavares, and I think it's a mistake.
Oh, bad news for Colorado. Josh Manson.
Because I think he's a true leader, truthfully. Not everybody's a leader. Manson down, did you say?
What?
Did you say Manson's hurt?
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
It's not looking good. A knee. Ankle.
Uh-oh.
Kelly said Campbell will go.
Campbell, yeah, if he doesn't deliver, I don't think, and he's looking for a certain amount. I don't
Kelly,
think
if you trade Campbell, who do you have? You have nobody there.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Like
you got to hold them. You got to hold them unless you got something better.
Check and also Kyle Green went now.
That's right.
Yeah.
So let's ask you, how much is Subban worth in UFA?
Oh my gosh.
Subban?
Not much.
Not a lot.
Yeah. I mean, he's up in age now. He's definitely his stats have gone south.
Wait.
2 million,
maybe 2 million.
2.5.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. 2 to 3 million.
Yeah.
So the next question asks you, do you believe the Kraken should look for him?
That wouldn't be a bad fit. Wouldn't be a bad fit. I mean, they could use a couple leaders over there.
I agree with him. I think it was not too bad. Andrew Fuzz, I'm thinking Nylander to Seattle.
Wow. Now, see, I would do that over getting rid of Tavares because, like I was saying, I think Tavares, everybody's making the mistake that automatically the goal scorers are captains. That's not such. This is becoming a problem in the league right now. Find your true leaders, and I'm sorry, John Tavares is a true leader. So I would go that way. I don't think it's going to happen.
Hammond is the goaltender for the Devils tonight.
Oh, wow.
How much money did Vegas gave to New Jersey to get Hammond?
Exactly what I was thinking.
Now Kelly said Nylander will go.
Could you imagine if he saves 50 shots tonight and wins the game?
Brown said, if I was Seattle, I would not touch about him.
Yeah, I'm not so sure he's a good fit in Seattle. Besides, what does Seattle have right now that they could
exactly? I don't even think they have enough to trade for him.
From the coach Jamie Key, he believes
they mismanaged that a lot.
Yeah,
I think they really mismanaged the way they drafted, and
yeah, I do too.
It would have been good, coach, if they picked up a couple players that they knew at trade deadline time would bring them some increased prospects or picks, and then you're working from a place of strength, right? And they didn't do that. I think they banked on building up a solid defense and a good goaltending. They didn't get the
Yeah.
goaltending. The defense has been
Yeah.
okay, not bad, but no scoring up front. There's not much there.
Nothing up front. Yeah.
Johnny said Arbor is hardest the defenseman in the league for forward to play again. He has all the attribute to a pro level defenseman from Jimmy Key.
Oh yeah, this guy is gonna be a beast. I'm telling you, Jack-Eye is going to fit well into Montreal's system. I think eventually when you have him, you got somebody like Romanov. Hopefully you'll still have Edmondson. I think he's got a 3-year contract, 3 more years left on his contract. These are guys that lay on the weight, and they hit quite a bit, and eventually you'll have MEILLEURE probably coming up. He's another kid that's very strong. Goulie's a strong kid too. Like, they're defensively, they're looking good in my eyes.
I agree.
They have to build the front.
You got to hold on to Jack-Eye. Like I said, even if you have too good of a defense back there, like I said, I would slot him up front just because you need to be tough enough. You really do.
Steve G said, got to hold down on the Nylander. So I like how when the team is not playing well, PK will push over drink cart to try to get everyone all wrapped up.
I don't know about that. I don't know. The part of that got rid of him, got him out of Montreal. That type of attitude.
Yeah.
Kilo said Matthews cannot handle the sea.
No, he can't. He's not that type of player. I'm sorry. He's a great goal scorer. No and ifs and buts. But a true leader? No, come on. Let's be real.
You know what, Andrew? You're 100% right. I think going back to what you were saying before, I think nowadays teams are blindly just saying, okay, well, you're our top point getter or goal scorer. Here's the C.
Yeah.
And they're not really looking at the intangibles, right? Like,
exactly.
If you look back in history and you look at some of the best captains that have ever emerged in the NHL, they're not your top players necessarily.
No.
Scoring wise.
They tend to be the off most times checking lines.
Of course. Of course.
And a leadership role, and I think that's exactly why Montreal has not had success with captains of late, because they haven't looked in that direction in a while, quite a while.
Well, they also haven't had any really that fit that.
Exactly. Well, right now it's really bad.
Yeah.
Renault said, was not in NHL much more entertaining than today's game?
It's different. Totally different game, yeah. Now, I like the physical game back of the day. That's just me. I mean, I love the physical game. So I kind of lean that way. I mean, I'll lean even further, 70s. I love the game back then. I mean, I love watching the Broad Street Bullies. I love the way Boston played the Habs. But the Habs were always a mixture of everything back then. They could score, they could skate, but they could play physical, and they could take the punishment of a team like the Bullies. So great hockey back then. It's just a really different game now. It's all about scoring now, and that's it. The defense is really not the same anymore.
The game now is all about speed and entertaining with goal now. So the game is changing for sure. But nowadays, it was really about goal also. The 80s, you got 70s, 80s, you get really the fight, everything like that. The 90s starting to changing more about scoring. And then for the last 10, 12 years, you had not many goals because it was all the stuff. Remember, 90s, you get all the trap with Jacques Lemaire, everybody. After that, you get the inclusion, Colorado. with Sakic, Forsberg, everybody. Then you
Yeah.
got the Detroit after that, Eisenman with Langstrom, everything like that.
Yeah.
And then you got Pittsburgh, Chicago, Pittsburgh, Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Seattle may be willing to give up Kiki. Andrew said, what is going to be what is going on with Bernier for next season?
I don't know what his contract status is.
I think he has 2 years, $2 million.
Yeah,
So he will stay with New Jersey.
I think so.
And New Jersey need a goaltender anyway.
Yeah.
And
Did they ever?
he's been well, yeah, they've had so many injuries in goaltending this
Yeah.
year. It hasn't been funny.
Oh,
Been really rough.
I was wrong.
He's a
I
free
was
agent.
wrong. He asked $4 million.
Is he a free agent though?
No, he had 1 more year.
No. He's 1 more year.
I was right on the contract, but he got $4 million. Blackwood is only at 2.8.
Wow.
Wow.
That's surprising. He don't go nowhere.
That is.
He's
That's
not
what
moving.
Piquet was actually awesome as Ab Weber was better. All right. Steve G. We're doing well with all the information. Coach, can you turn the newborn background? Is making my eyes bleed about that one over there. It's coming soon, Steve. I have 1 more day with Mike Bossy, and then after that, we'll be ready. I know PK took over. He led the CH during the playoff as a rookie and have his nervous season. Oh my bad, sorry, Bossy. I'm just kidding. Is happening when Danny, David Desharnais, and match was upset by Piquet and sick. I believe at the end of his career, Piquet fight more during the practice as during the game.
Yes. I agree.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Because you look at back of when he was in Montreal, he couldn't fight.
And
I
Sam
mean,
Smith
it's
said
evident.
Piquet is a bum.
Yeah, he's learned how to fight now. But in Montreal, it was a shame he couldn't fight when he was playing the opponent.
And welcome Sam Smith and Mingle Hockey.
Hey, man.
Welcome.
No, Danny. Rusty Spooner back in the house. I'm sure he's happy about my jersey behind me. About that, number 1 fans. Here we go. Johnny having a great year in Laval. Surprisingly offensive position. Can he make NHL? He's only 5-9.
Yeah, absolutely. I think he's got good a shot as anybody else to make the team. And like you said, he's been a surprise offensively too. So
He's got
we'll
a shot.
see how he handles the spring training. Preseason.
He's another Gallagher.
I'm already in baseball mode.
I see that. I got to start following that up a little more. I used to follow it real close, and I
Renault
slacked
said
off a lot.
RHP is the new Gali, so trade Brendan.
No one is going to want Brendan from the way I'm looking at it, unless we get lucky enough that somehow Bergevin can talk LA into taking him.
Like Montreal, it's going to be hard for
update.
them to make some moves.
I agree.
Renault said Piquet did more for the CH prize in the playoff.
No.
Carey Price has done
Piquet,
a lot for years and years, and he just hasn't had a strong enough team in front of him for so long.
There's a reason why one of them is here and the other one isn't.
Renault said
Yes.
Piquet is the most influential CH of the 2000.
It depends what you mean by influential, Renault. If you mean like he's done a lot for the community and in the city of Montreal, I would agree
That
with
would
you.
be true. Yeah, that would be true.
For the team itself, I think initially he wore the jersey proud. He was a prototypical type of Montreal player. He definitely brings excitement to the game, or he did. But that kind of waned a little bit. And as Coach mentioned, he started to get into, it was contrary to the culture that Montreal was trying to build at the time. Now, you might think it's right or wrong what they were trying to build, but he didn't fit that culture, and Bergeron didn't allow it to be built to that point, and that's why he got traded.
At the beginning of 2000, I believe, was Sako Koivu. Then you have a couple of years with Kovalev. You have a couple of years with Shelton Souris.
Oh, love Sheldon Souris.
Yeah.
Right? And during those 2000, right? Yeah, maybe 1 year with Gilmore, but after that, you have Carey Price constant, really where it was around. You get a couple of years with Pacioretty about that one there. So I don't say like he did not impact 1 or 2 years, Piquet Subban, right? But he's not the only one influenced 2000 and month. If he stayed 10 years, I can understand that, but yeah, no one close to Carey Price.
I agree.
Yeah.
No one. Everything, I don't think so. No, Kilo, I'm not going to grow my playoff beer because Montreal is not in the Stanley Cup. Renaud, who took Montreal to the Stanley Cup last season? Oh, yeah, it was Carey Price. Mr. Frank Salazar, the Cubano, back in the house tonight.
Welcome, Frank.
Hey, Frank. How's it going?
Honestly, I want to apologize to Frank Salazar. I believe he came during the day today at the lunch, and I saw his name, and I said Frank Salazar in my head, but I never said vocally. So, and then afternoon, I was thinking about this. Did I? I don't think so. I did it. Because usually I said always Cubano. And I remember everything I do, and then I said, I don't think so. I did it. So I want to apologize, Mr. Frankie, if I didn't mention you today, this morning. And
he was working on his suntan. Just give him a break. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. The suntan was good today. Mr. Ron, you are Rob Blake and the coaching staff of the LA with all the great prospect you have and great things they did this season. How do you choose who stay and who goes? All right. Nobody talk?
That's a tough one. It's a tough one. They got a good-looking team. They really got a good-looking team there.
I think they're one of the deepest organizations. Like if you look at
same here,
the top 4 or 5 in terms of prospects.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to look at some players that are coming to sort of the end of their career. Kopitar at this point, he's still doing very, very well, but you got to start thinking in that direction. Who's going to be his successor? Defensively, they have some nice pieces when they're obviously healthy, and plus their prospects on defense are solid. Goaltending, the verdict is still out. Like I thought, this year with Quick and Peterson, they were fine. Is he the answer going forward? Who knows? You have to give him another year to figure that out.
Right.
They probably will make a move or two this summer. Plus, they'll draft decently as well. So it's a matter of developing your prospects that you currently have and figuring in how they fit in. That's the key thing.
Isn't Brown still there, ENORTAP?
Brown?
Yeah, Brown's still there.
He's done
that would
that.
be. Yeah, that would be someone that could let go, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah, that you have to sort of move on from. Right.
So here's what they have right now. Check about this, all right? They have Turcotte. They have Katchev. They have Kromiak. Kromiak is getting right now. Yeah, Fagemo. They have Thomas over there. That's 5 right now. I just gave it to you right there. They have Anderson Dolan also. That's 6 over there. Defenseman, they have Clark. That's number 7. So for me, for what the money they have and the money they're going to give, they have 2 areas they have to look for next season. They miss a defenseman. Mata, whatever they call it, is 3.3. How they going to resign him? I'm not sure. That's the one they have to figure out. I would not pay him over $4 million. Edler, I would let him go, 36 years old. Stetcher is a really good pick over there. So for me, I would try to get a UF3 defenseman behind Dottie, right? Defenseman number 3, 4. And then you're going to get another UF3 because Brown is leaving over there. That's complete. Right. You have a couple money from camp. That's pretty good. And with all 1 or 2 rookies, and we don't talk about Byfield already in the lineup. We don't talk about Kupari in the lineup. We don't talk about Kiliev in the lineup. That team can definitely maybe not use UF3, trade 2 good prospect, and get a solid good forward somewhere, somehow. Vancouver, if I was Los Angeles King, I would trade 2 prospect and try to get Brock Boeser for the Vancouver Canucks.
That'd be a nice fit. I'm
not a big fan of Brock Boeser.
24 years old. 24 years old. 25 goals per year. Regular every year. You cannot find.
I'm like you, ENORTAP. I'm not a fan, but I think he'd fit there good.
That's why I said I don't know why the people don't like him. The guy can score.
No, he's very streaky. If you look at his, there's, he'll go 2 weeks where he'll pop in 7, 8 goals, and then you don't hear from him for another 3 or 4 weeks.
I agree.
I don't know if that fits what LA is trying to create there right now. I don't know.
I'm thinking I think that may be the change he needs.
Listen, you have 29 goals, 28 goals. You have 16 and 57, 23 and 56. This season, you have 20 goals and 64. Well, 19 and 64 was his 20, 23 again. So the kid, he scored goal. Do you know who he reminds me? He reminds exactly what Tyler Toffoli does. 25 goals per year. That's what he does.
Yeah.
And Toffoli was a bit streaky too. Yeah.
But they don't. Their speed is good, but not great. Like they are not super fast, right? But they are snapper. That's what Brock Boeser bring over there. So I think a player like him could helping that team on the winger for that. We have a lot of people in the chat right now. Let's go back. Wow. I start right now. Coach, any news on Heineman? His injury will play in Laval? No. He's going to be out for the rest of the season, Johnny. He's not going to play for Laval Rocket. Completely out about that. I don't know how Montreal have a still great roster, but they won the Cup in 1903. Leclerc, Schneider, Odelin, Desjardins have a great career after what? Too bad they could not keep the talent in Montreal. It's all good. Coach wasn't pulling for Price to come back on the stage of the season. Calgary has been struggling lately since they play Vegas.
A little bit. I don't think it's a huge concern, but they have been struggling a little bit.
I think a bit of it's fatigue, though. I really do. I think,
and also, the motivation isn't there right now. Like I said before, they're stuck at that spot, and they're not going to catch Colorado. So, I think they're playing cautiously, not to perhaps get hurt or do anything that's too risky, right? And so that's reflected in the play.
Can I ask you this question? Could Roop Hands possibly sign in Toronto? How much he's looking for?
I don't know how much he's looking for. That's the key. And
when he become a UF3.
No, I know, but again, we're at the same place. Like, where's Toronto going to fit?
The money coming from?
All right, it's easy. Yeah. When he become UF3, Matthews leaving, and now they get Rob Hanks.
Yeah, Matthews.
That's it. We just lost Kelly.
I fixed the problem. Adam said they are not going to move on from Brown. Brown will retire as a LA. No, Adam, he's UF3 next season, so he have no contract next season. Adam, I will believe he'll be retired about that.
I do too.
Gilmore was old when he played for Montreal, so he was one-dimensional, slow, and patchy, like faster the game. Piquet won the Norris, score in the regular, Piquet up for the postseason.
Now, Renault, don't forget to put that Q in front of your question.
Piquet won the season. The Norris won the season, was only half of the season, right? It was 48 game about that one over there. Again, I will go back to Subban. All right. Subban with Montreal Canadiens. He have like 14 goals, 7, 11, 10, 15, and 6. That's what he got with Montreal Canadiens. And during the playoff, he had 1 year, and 13-14, he has 5 goals. The rest, he has 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 4. But now he was in Nashville. So you have 1 year, he have 14.17 game. That's the year he talk about. The rest, he was not great. My point is like, you know, I don't think so. Subban was the best player for the Montreal Canadiens for many years. He played only 6 years with Montreal. About that, his best year as a defenseman is 53 points. So he got the Norris because they play only 28 games, like I mentioned to you. 42. Yeah, the Norris. Yeah. So, it's your opinion. I respect your opinion about that. If you think Piquet Subban is like a great player or the best player for the Montreal Canadiens, I don't think so. I still, for me, Carey Price have a major more impact during the time he was Montreal Canadian, in my opinion. Blake is also talking to Brown about seeing a new contract with the Kings. Ronnie said about that. That's interesting.
Yeah, that would surprise me unless it's just a 1 year contract for a small amount. But
we have the forward Matthews. Barzell got fined $2,500, I believe. Brown should stay if coming now for all players to sign cheaper. So we talk about 1 or 2 years, possible at $1 or $2 million. Qualified offer of the $7.5 million for Bowser, I think Holland said, for the Vancouver Canucks. Canucks.
He's not worth 7.5.
No, you're right there. You're
He's
right there.
At 5.8. It would be below $7 million, $6 million. He become an RFA again for 1 more year. So when you become at 26 years old, usually you try to get a long contract or sign a bridge contract. So it'll be interesting. It's a little bit like what's going on with Patrick Laney, by the way. Piquet for this points in the game and 20. Yeah, it's only 1 year, you know. I understand that. But again, Piquet Subban, and all the year he did in Montreal, he was not the major key players around. And unfortunately, Piquet Subban, I think his career dropped very rapidly after 27, 28 years old. He never did. He did only 1 good year in Nashville when he showed up the first year. They went to the conference finals. And then after that, he disappeared. And he never been the same players with the Devils. So I don't know. I don't see me Piquet would be the 2000 best player for the Montreal Canadiens on my eyes. There was here about that. Take care, coach. You have some. See you again. Thank you so much, Rossi. Look forward to see you next time. Have a good night, everyone. Going to watch Vegas. All right.
Have a good one.
Danny is out. Have a good night. Night, Danny. Renault Price on his best season. Have a Prem Piquet Legend Markov for his win. Have a great day, Danny. See you, Adam Burger. Danny, have your milk before your milk before you get out. Yep. I can see Brown 1 more year, and that would be help bring up Byfield a little bit more. Yeah, that's happened sometimes. They sign, a veteran for 1 year and keep around. Maybe like Joe Thornton, you don't have to dress up all the game, everything like that. Beseda has been suspended for 2 game. Yeah. Picking a wrist trophy has an asterisk next to it and the record book because of the short season. Yeah, it was confirmed about that. Rookie Piquet playoff was the most expensive on the roster. Hal Gill was the best player for the Montreal Canadiens. Just kidding. That defense was always shaky on the paper, but for some reason the team will be really around. The 1 year to take a Benz unit in a playoff run. I go through everybody on that one over there. I'm not done with you guys because we're going to go this one over there. And we missed someone. We're going to put him out. Be careful, Andrew, I'm moving you. Don't fall apart.
I'll try not to.
Yeah. Here we go. You go over there. And then we have a couple of news. We talked tonight, you guys, I was talking about the Hart Trophy. And how this works, the Hart Trophy, you become, ENORTAP, you are Elliot Freeman. And Mr. Andrew, you are Chris Johnson. Both of them have to vote 5 players a nomination for the Hart Trophy. But I'm giving you a job right now. You're going to give us 8 to 10 players, and you're going to keep that list until the next Power Play show. Now you're going to be that nomination. So you can reevaluate those kind of players coming soon and see your final decision on your top 5. So you can mention this. You guys in the chat room, if you want take those kind of nomination for the Trophy Hart, you can put 1 name, 2 name, 3 name. That's not a problem. But Mr. ENORTAP and Mr. Andrew, you can go one by one if you want to. I think it'll be fun.
So you want how many nominees?
10 or 8 or 10.
10 for the
8 to 10
for the Hart Trophy.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Okay.
That's quite a bit. I mean, let's start with the obvious. I'm going to
Huberdeau
and Connor McDavid.
Yeah. And you got Huberdeau, Draisaitl,
and also Gaudreau, Johnny Gaudreau, Austin Matthews.
Definitely.
So what are we up to? 3, 4, 5.
I make David Gaudreau Matthews right now.
Sorry,
you got what?
Say it again.
I have McDavid, Gaudreau, and Matthews.
What about Draisaitl?
And
Huberdeau. Shesterkin.
Are we talking? Yeah, we're talking about the Hart. So
I'd still put him in the conversation.
Shesterkin, I would put in there. Yeah, definitely.
Kiprusoff?
Yeah. He's been having a great year.
Which one?
Yeah,
for sure.
Kiprusoff.
Kirill.
Yeah, the thrill.
The thrill.
Ronan said, Luc Laforcine said Ozzy, and Ronan said J.D. Miller. Luc Laforcine said Gaudreau.
Yeah, he's on there.
Yeah, Gaudreau we mentioned.
ENORTAP mentioned him, and I agree.
How many do you have, Coach?
7. I give you 3 more.
How about Chris Kreider?
Chris Kreider? Yeah, you could put him in there.
He's had a good season.
I mean, it's been mostly his scoring.
Makar?
I would put McKinnon still in that conversation because he hasn't played many games. I think he's only played like 60 games. So even though his stats are a bit lower than usual, he's still a top 3 scorer in my eyes.
So we put McKinnon?
Yeah.
Do we dare put Ovi in there?
Who?
Ovi.
No.
Okay.
Ron would go with Makar, Huberdeau, Robinson, Shesterkin, Gaudreau, and Grader.
I think we got all of those. Oh, Robertson we didn't mention. Robertson wasn't mentioned. Yeah.
What about Lindholm?
Yeah, he's had
a great
year too.
season.
Who?
Lindholm.
Okay, and I'm gonna go here too, and maybe people disagree, but for the same reason, McKinnon, who only played 60 games so far, and we included him, I would say the same with Crosby. He's only played, I think, 62, 63 games,
I
and
agree.
yet he's up to 80 points. So I
I
would throw
agree.
Crosby in that conversation.
Which one?
Crosby.
Sydney. Sid the Kid.
Okay. Welcome,
Sid the old
Mr.
man
Poutine.
now.
Poutine, welcome back. So, what you have is McDavid, Goodrow, Matthews. Tressadol, Huberdeau, Chesterkin. Kaprizov, McKinnon, Crater. And you have Makar, Robinson, Crosby.
You're not putting Lindholm in there?
Now we have 12.
Okay.
So that's okay. All right, that's okay.
Okay.
So I'm going to
All
give
right.
you 12 here, right? And then next time we're going to come back, and then you're going to give your list to
Eliminate.
cut out those 12. Does it make sense?
Gotcha.
How many do we get? So next time we got to cut it down to how many?
12 to, it depends the date we're going to be, but maybe 8 or your final 5 nomination.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Ron, we said Perron. Luc said DeBrincat. Luc said no Crosby. Never mind on Perron. Perron is one of my underrated players of the season. Tressadol, top 5. Roland. Charles-Olivier Terrien, welcome aboard. Sir Matthews.
Welcome.
So the next question, it was about, and I don't know how many players I gave it to you. The Carolina take the lead 1-0, and the Seattle Kraken take the lead 1-0. That's what we at that moment. Renault said maybe Kirou. The next question was all about your 5, or I don't know how many I said, 3 or 5 players was the most surprise, or you never thought you're going to have an amazing, great year this season. Who are they?
Oh, you're going to smack me because I picked 9.
Which one?
I picked 9 of them. I could find 9 players that had a surprising season. Terry for first.
Yeah.
All right, we have Terry.
Kadri.
Kadri, yeah.
Kuru.
Kiru.
Yeah.
Kyrou, yeah.
Yeah. Robertson.
I don't know. I think. Well, I would put Pavelski even there. I
Yeah,
didn't expect him to have that many points.
Now I got 10. See?
Yeah.
Pavelski.
Pavelski.
Is it?
Yeah.
Did you say Pavelski?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
I even said Robertson.
We're just saying. We're not saying.
Yeah, but those players have a good year before that. So
Yeah,
it's
but
not
what
like
about
a surprise. They don't surprise you. A player have 3 goals and now you have 26 goals. Example.
I know, but it can
Example,
surprise
like-
you.
You're looking at-
like
years in a
Troy-
row.
You're looking at a
Terry.
drastic.
What?
You're looking
Yeah.
at a drastic change.
Yeah. What about Ryan Johansson?
That's what it's all
Okay,
about.
so I would put Dano up there then.
Who?
By that,
Yeah, to know. Definitely.
Dano.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um,
Tage
maybe,
Thompson.
yeah. Who else?
We have Kadri. Devils 1, Vegas 0. Round go with Trevor Moore, David Perron, and Anthony Sclair. Steve G
Perron-
go with Duchesne, and Ron with King go with Nico Shin.
Perron's been doing
And
it
you know
every
who
year.
else?
Like, if you look at
D'Angelo
Perron, he-
has been a shocker. D'Angelo's been a shocker in Carolina.
All right.
yeah, I could see that.
I didn't think he was going to turn out playing as well as he did.
What about Jeff Skinner?
Yeah. Don't forget
Although
Tage Thompson. I don't know if you put him there.
Yeah.
Luc Lafontaine said Josh Norris.
Yeah. Especially since he hasn't played a full season.
True.
I would say
Matt.
Robert Thomas. Robert Thomas.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a good one, too. Matt Duchene?
Duchene has had a great year, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
What about any goaltender? Steve G says Skinner. I don't think so.
Frederick Anderson.
Jeff Skinner, he said. I thought it was a goaltender, Skinner. Yeah.
I think Frederick Anderson, how well he's done over there in Carolina as well.
But he did well with the Leafs, though.
Yeah, but I think we were all kind of, how's he going to pan out over there?
I'll be honest with you. Last season, he has 3.18. I could be wrong here. This is my memory of the whole man. I was wrong. 2.96.
Yeah.
Yeah, but only save 8, 9, and 5. I consider him like a little bit better, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, Chandler
Renault, he said Duclair.
Yes, yeah.
Who? Duclair, yeah.
Zaros.
He's really stepped it up this year. Yeah, for sure.
But he has almost the same number like last season.
But he's always been solid. Like I've always liked him.
Yeah, so he has the same number like last season.
Yeah.
I
think we got plenty.
You know what? Honestly, last season he has 2.28.
How many we got there? 20 now? Because we were supposed to have 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Okay, leave it at that.
That's good. Yeah.
Renaud said Tristan Jarry.
Well, based on the previous year, I would agree. But the year before that, I mean, he did extremely well.
Year.
Adam said Vegas play awful. Ron with King, Kyle Connor, and Sebastian Aho.
But Kyle Connor always plays well.
Yeah, and Aho's always been.
Aho does too, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Sound good. Let me check this right here. All right, we have a couple more things to talk about, but because we have it's Easter, everybody is around. I think we're going to move up to the question of the night. That would be the best way to do it, and conclude after that the show. That'd be great. So we can everybody was go back home and watching hockey, because you have a lot of 5 games right now, and it's going to be a late night of hockey because the game all late, and every time I'm watching the game, I lose all the time. Still 3-2, by the way, Calgary. Are you surprised?
Yes.
That surprised me.
Yeah.
3-2.
Yeah.
And Romanov, Renaud said. Here we go. Friendship quiz, ladies and gentlemen. It's time to step up. If you want your name to be... Oh, my God! If you want your name to be part of the show tomorrow, you have to perform tonight. We have 2 great contestants right now, Andrew and Mr. ENORTAP, ready to rock and roll tonight. 5 easy questions. I think about this. I say, you know what? We're going to go slowly tonight. That. We'll be easy for everybody. And that'll be good about that. And Washington play well, by the way. They are on power, not on power play. Here we go. First question of the night. Are you ready? Here we go. And the season 1955 and 56. Everybody was born. The Canadian Montreal play most of their game with a roster of 18 players. Under, over, or exact. That's including 2 goaltenders. So 16 plus 2. Under, over, or exact.
I'm going exact.
they played.
I'm going exact.
Oh,
All right.
gosh.
Steve, exact. Salah is said over. Poutine, exact. Oh, we have a few people participate. Roland, exact. Poutine, exact. And Run with King, under. Kilo, over. Luc Lafortune, exact. Andrew Lepage said exact. Mr. ENORTAP?
18. I don't know. 18 seems a bit low. I'm going to go over.
Over. The most of their game when they play game, right? RG said over.
Thanks, RG. Under.
Under.
Oh my word!
Under.
But wait. How's that? How's that under though?
It's because the number 31, it was not good. It was 15.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because the number 31 was for this morning, by the way, but it's under with 15. So they play all year long with 14 players and Jacques Clown only.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
I would never have guessed that.
Nor would I have.
The only one take the lead right now is Run with Kings.
Oh my God!
Nice job, Ron, with Kings.
Here we go, number 2. During the season 2010 and 11, there are 20 players scored 30 goals and more. How many of them they were 30 years old and more? 7 of them, under, over, or exact. That's an easy one.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So easy.
No, that one it's easy. Yeah, like I would take it right away.
Hey, Andrew, next power play, we make up the questions.
I agree.
RJ said exact. Steve said exact. Roland said over. Randy N, welcome back, Mr. Randy N. He said over. Kilo, over. Luc Lafortune, over. We're missing Run with King. Under. He's still the only one. Joseph said C minus A plus B. I'm not playing. Poutine said under. And Mr. ENORTAP.
And they have to be 30 years old. Oh my gosh.
A plus.
I'm gonna go under.
Under. Mr. André Lepage.
Under.
Under. Both of you all agree with Poutine. Poutine just said also under.
Oh my God!
The answer of this one is exact. 7. The winner of that one over there is RJ and Steve G. Take the lead with Run with Kings 20. And
I give up.
Oh my God!
question number 3. You still have 3 more chances. You'll be fine. It's easy.
Oh yeah.
All right. How many times we have a player with a season of 100 points in NHL? So, example, if Gretzky did it 3 times, that's 3. All right. So it's not like one player. It's like how many times it's happening 100 points in NHL. The number is 120. Over, under, or exact. This for the history of NHL, not only for a couple of years. Thank you. Are right, Joseph. It's easy, coach. He said. Nicolas, he said over. RG said over. Thank you, RJ. The man of the man.
Oh man.
Roland said over.
Eeny, meeny, miny,
Steve, he said over. Right now, we have all over. Luc Lafortune over. Oh, we have a one. Sada under. Luc Lafortune said over. He said nooner.
no.
Kilo under.
I'm
And
I'm going
Mr.
over.
Andrew
Over.
over. Ron with King go with exact. Putin said over. And Mr. ENORTAP.
Let's hedge our wages here. I'm going to go with under.
Under.
One of us has got to be right, hopefully.
At
not gonna go
least
exact
if
again.
it's
No
exact,
way.
you don't get it.
God!
Exact!
Oh, good God. Oh, my gosh.
Exact for 120. It's 0. And now the Calgary 5-2 against Chicago, by the way.
Oh my goodness.
That's a little bit better.
Oh my God!
Question number 4. Ron with King take the lead at 2, by the way. So that'll give you an idea.
Oh yeah.
So we're out.
I get an idea,
We're
all
up.
right.
All right. How many of them did it with less of 50 goal? The number is 3. Under, over, or exact. So the 120 of them, how many did it with less of 50 goal? Under, over, or exact?
50
Look like for since that I gave up.
with less than 50.
Since I'm going to get phobia with the letter C. Nicolas said over. Look if Lafortune said exact. RG said under. So one of you three get it, of course. About that one over there.
Oh, my God.
I'm going under.
I'm going over.
Steve said under also.
Jenner
Kilo
Brooks,
said
here we
under.
go.
And
if he goes exact
Mr.
again, I'm
Andrew.
leaving.
One of us is gonna get it.
Andrew, you do go what?
Under.
Under. And our tap
Over.
over. And Putin go under. And Ron with King go under. Roland go over. Here we go. Oh, we have a good
100.
one here now.
There's 100.
Some of you will be happy about that one over there because you cannot believe it. It was only
Exact.
one under.
Oh, my God.
Yes, finally.
Only under with one did it with 49 gold, by the way. Now, Ron with King is at 3, RJ at 2, Steve at 2, Kilo, Andrew Lepage, and Putin have all at 1 at that moment. And Mr. ENORTAP with Roland, and maybe some of those other with 0 and 4.
Oh my God!
Question number 5, like the last one. I said, you know, why not to finish with an easy one? So I decided to go with an easy one.
Yeah, sure.
And Dave Andrechuk played 23 seasons in the NHL. How many seasons he did over 200 shots on the net during his career of 23 years old season? The number is 11. Is it under, over, or exact?
He's got
2-1 Washington, by the way.
Wow.
Nicolas said exact.
Shots on goal.
Roland, he said under. Ron said exact. RJ said over. Steve said over. Putin said over. Luc Lafortune said under. Luc is another one is 04, by the way. I won't tell anybody.
Oh. Welcome to the group.
Kilo, he said under. And here we go, Mr. ENORTAP for 05 or maybe 1 and 5.
200. Okay, so 83. I'm going to say over.
Over. All right. Mr. Andrew, are you trust your teammate or you said, no, I'm going to try to split the answer?
I'm actually going to try to split it just for fun. Exact.
You go with exact.
Oh my God!
But Andrew, you are right. Exact with 11. And the winner of tonight, guy, with 4 good answers. Ron King and 20 guys. He did it. 4 good answers tonight. Congratulations, Ron with Kings with 4.
Good job, Ron.
Unbelievable.
Congratulations.
Great job.
I got
Andrew, RJ, Steve with 2. Pierre Poutine with Kilo and Nicolas de Gobi Bono score with the last one of the answer with 1. And Luc Lafortune with ENORTAP. And maybe other have only 0, like it's happened sometime. But
That's a tough one.
participation, the most important thing. So.
We got to put questions together for Coach.
Yeah, we will.
Yeah.
Don't worry, Coach. We'll make them easy.
It was easy tonight, so that was the good
You'll
news
get it
about
for
that
sure,
one over
Coach.
there.
Okay. Real easy, we'll make it.
Yeah, super.
Before we close, we're going to expect, I know, understand they play Minnesota, but what your expectation for tomorrow?
Oh, boy. This is not going to be good. This is really bad. Oh, my. 7-2. Minnesota.
You're talking about the score
Yeah.
for tomorrow night?
Do you expect Carey Price in the net?
No.
No.
I think we're gonna get multiple in that. No, maybe not. I don't know. It depends on month. Sometimes he puts up these great games,
And then he puts
and
up real
sometimes he's
bad ones.
stinkers.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna say 5-1. 5-1.
5-1.
And I say 7-2.
Now, having said that, my predictions, who knows tomorrow?
RG want to send in our top at the jail.
I'm there already. I've been here for years.
I don't know the final score. I would say it's differential of -3, I believe. So it could be 6-3 or 5-2.
No, we want you to call it.
As a minimum about that one over there.
Don't worry, he has to call it tomorrow night.
Goudreau, another 2 gold plus 2 tonight. Ronan said about that. So congratulations for Goudreau tonight. They consist to produce for them. And Poutine says 7-3 for Minnesota tonight. 6-3. Luc Lafortune about that. My friend, we thank you so much. I know it was an Eastern, it was a quiet night, but it was been this, I don't know why, but all day today, it did not do well about that. So, but it's all good. At least we have a good people in the chat. That's the most important things, and we really appreciate you guys to be a part of this show, Mr. ENORTAP and Mr. Andrew. We thank you so much. But before we leave, we want to remember everybody. You are awesome. You are amazing. You are the best. And remember, you have greatness inside of you. Thank you so much for you another great night. Before we leave, we want to remind you one more thing. Be well, be fine, be healthy. Find a way not only dominate your day, find a way to dominate what, Mr. ENORTAP?
Ready, Andrew? You're 20.
22.
Here we go. Have an amazing, great night, everybody. Thank you so much.
Can't get that right either.
Have a good one.
Thank you, RJ. Thank you, Poutine. Adam. Roland. Luc Lafortune. Lacoste. 97. Nicolas. RJ, Steve G, Kilo, Run with Kings. Thank you so much for your participation tonight. Have a great night. See you tomorrow. Go, I'll go. Salut, mon Nicolas.
What do I know?
Good night, RJ. Thank you.